Young and fresh. Young and wise. Young, not vile. Young, not small. Welcome to the Young Factor podcast with your favorite host, Akintunde Omoshola.
Hello, welcome to this very episode of the Young Factor podcast. I remain your host, Akintunde Deborah Omoshola. Okay, I think this is the first time you're getting to know my first name, Deborah, on this podcast. But don't forget, I love to be called Shola. That's it. Don't forget. So in the past episode, I talked on what's trending, and I shared the importance of having a break, taking a break from the world, from social media, and just re-strategizing, thinking, discovering new things, more things about yourself. And I am happy to say that I did what I said. And the past week, I took like 3 days break from social media, just a short break, and I tell you, it's worth it because I feel so energized to be back from that break, and I feel like I can do anything. I feel like I can do anything I want to do. So I'm gonna share that lesson maybe some other time in the podcast. But today I want to talk on why people think Christianity is boring. Feel Christianity is boring. This very topic was suggested by a very good friend of mine, and she's gonna be on the podcast in the next episode. Yeah, we're gonna have that together. She's gonna share more reasons why people think Christianity is boring and why she doesn't think so. Today I'm just gonna make an introduction to this very topic. So, number one reason why people think Christianity is boring is because of long messages and long sermons that go on in church in particular. Now, by Christianity here, we're talking about church in particular because it's in church that we get to learn about Christianity, we get to prove Christianity, we get to know more about Christianity and all of that. And it's in church that people actually point at when we are talking about Christianity. So, one reason why people think Christianity is boring is because of the long sermons that go on in churches. And I have often found myself thinking, when will these preachers just end this sermon? That's getting boring. Yeah, I can boldly tell you that. And churches. Okay, so you go to church, you sit down, you clap, and then you sit down again, and you have to listen to a long sermon that the person who is in the church may not understand what's going on, may not get it, may not even be following the sermon, and as a result of that, it seems I wasted my time being here. What exactly am I doing? So that's one of the reasons why people think Christianity is boring. And then I ask, if it is boring to sit down to listen to the word of God, and then a lot of people, we go to school. I know that there are a lot of people who find classes in school boring, including me, but there are things you're really interested in, and you can spend hours listening, learning, staying in that very environment. Then why do we really find church, Christianity, why do we find sermons boring, no matter how long it is? If you are really interested in whatever is being said, you won't find it boring. If whatever is being said is getting to you, if it is relating to your life, your situation, I don't believe you find it boring. But we're not here to talk about that. I just want to see why people find it boring. And then other reason why people find Christianity boring is the routine. Yeah, we take it as a routine. It's a normal thing. When you do things like every day, you wake up, you do this very particular thing. You wake up, you do the same thing. You wake up, you do the same thing. It's to be boring. Personally, I get bored easily. I find it difficult to do a particular job for a long time because it's boring. Like, there's no fun there. I'll wake up, go out, do the same thing, the next day go out, do the same thing, and like there's nothing new, there's no new introduction being introduced in that job or in the workplace to make me want to stay, to make me want to keep doing that work. So because it is a routine, or people see it as a routine, or people do Christianity as a routine, that makes it boring. That makes it look boring, not really actually boring. So it's boring to you because you take it as a routine. You especially people who grew up in church, they go to church every day. Their parents, of course, you must go to church, especially African parents. You must go to church because this is the religion we were brought into. So because of that, you grow up every day going to church and all of that. It becomes boring. We are humans. That will automatically gets you bored having to do that every day, especially when you haven't really found meaning in what you were doing, when you haven't found meaning in going to church or doing Christianity. So these are the two reasons I want to mention in this video why I think people find Christianity boring. So on to the next episode where you're gonna hear from my friend. She's gonna share a lot of things with you guys, and I tell you really feel. So till then, see you in the next episode.